Lemon. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you we will be repairing our factory main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and we will close the vehicle until renovation are complete. We have made arrangements to use the parking area to cross fly behind the far right, so you shouldn't have any problem finding a nearby place to park for 2 weeks. And in morning, city force will ask me to remind not to park on the street. And the street parking in this neighborhood is allowed. It thanks for operation. And hi, good one was and it will be closed by the vehicle until reservations are complete. We have made arrangements to use parking and transport right behind the factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding any place to park this week. And one more thing, chief officer asked me to remind not you to park on the street. On the street, parking in this neighborhood is allowed. Thanks, friend, for your cooperation. 3. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you while we will preparing our flight main parking facility over the next few weeks, and we will close to have vehicle and the operation complete. We have made arrangements to use parking area to respond fly area factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding nearby to park. And one more thing, city official asked me to remind you not to park on the street, and the street parking in this neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And Bon. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we're preparing our private and main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle until the renovation complete. We have made arrangements to use parking area at the spot far behind our factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding nearby Paris Park this week. And one more thing, the officer asked me to remind not you to park on the streets, and the street parking in the neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we will be repairing our first main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle until reservations are complete. We have made arrangements to ease parking and the export field behind the factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding a nearby place to park for these 2 weeks. And one more thing, city's official asked me to remind you not to park on the streets, and the street parking in this neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And so, good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that I will be repairing a primary parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and this will close the vehicle in the renovation are complete. We have made arrangements to use parking at the spot fly behind the factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding nearby place to park for this week. And one more thing, city official asked me to remind you not to on the streets, and the street parking in the neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And bye. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we'll be preparing our further main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle until reservations are complete. We have made arrangements to use parking areas at the short right behind factory, so we shouldn't have any problems finding a nearby place to park for this tourist. And one more thing, city officer asked me to remind you not to park on the streets. And the street parking in the neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. Lần 8. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we will be repairing our factory main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle until renovation are complete. We have made arrangements to use parking area to the spotlight behind the factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding a nearby place to park for this week. And one more thing, city office asked me to remind you not to park on the streets, and the street parking in neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And 9. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we're preparing a flight to main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle under renovation and complete. We have made arrangement to use parking area at the spot 5 being a factory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding nearby for the park for this week. And one more thing, city official asked me to remind you not to park on the streets. And the street parking in this neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation. And 10. Good afternoon, everyone. First, I want to inform you that we're preparing our factory main parking facility over the next 2 weeks, and it will be closed to vehicle until renovation are complete. We have made arrangements to use parking area at the spot 5 behind the rectory, so you shouldn't have any problems finding a nearby bus park. This and one more thing, city official asked me to remind you not to park on the streets. And the street parking in this neighborhood is allowed. Thanks in advance for your cooperation.